Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Thurblife, and it's glad to meet new faces here in our little community. Be sure, if you're new, to hit the subscribe button and tap the like button if you enjoy the video. This video that's playing right now is just for filler, so you can just listen while you're trying to cure your New Year's hangover, like pretty much everyone in the world is. Today, I figured it's the new year. We'll go over all the great things and some not so great things that came with HotS for 2018, and look forward to things to come in 2019 by predicting which heroes we think are coming to the Nexus. First, let's start off by saying this was a great year for the actual heroes pool, not the game, but just the heroes. Although we got less heroes than in previous years, we managed to get some of the most highly requested heroes to the community, such as Phoenix, Mal'Ganis, and Mephisto, just to name a few. We also received our first Nexus-born hero, Orphea, the daughter of the Raven Lord, who has been very popular ever since she was released, November? Along with all these heroes, we also received updates to all of our favorite heroes, sometimes making them more viable and updating their kits. Others not so much, as many people still really just don't like the Chromie rework. I have a friend of the channel, Phoenix. He's been in a few videos, you've seen him before. He has a level 100 Chromie, and I have yet to see him play it in months. So this year, they actually updated 14 heroes, including the Chromie rework, while talent swapping a few others, such as Varian, whose ult moved from level 10 to level 4 to make him more of an early game powerhouse, and not so reliant on his level 10. So Jim Raynor finally received his time in the spotlight, as he was considered OP for a while in draft modes, punishing teams with all of his new abilities and his souped up damage that he received from his rework. So outside of the hero roster, we gained one new map, which has become one of my personal favorites, Alterac Pass. This came with the hero Yrel, the bruiser from the Warcraft universe, and a whole Alterac themed event, which gave me that nostalgic feeling of playing in Alterac Valley for 5 hours a game. It was pretty great. We received updates on maps in the form of Garden of Terror, thus eliminating the Vikings permanently. That was their best map. It's part of Blizzard's journey to eliminate them from the game data without anyone knowing. The long-awaited return of Hanamura came this year, with a map that many found unfair / hard to deal with. It turned into a great, pretty brawly map that it's pretty good now. It's pretty good. It's got Big Brother Genji's on it, so that's all you really need, right? Outside the realm of the Nexus, though, and back to our own, we tragically lost our pro scene and collegiate scene as well, with the cancellation of HGC and the Heroes of the Dorm. Many players have found the game to just have no meaning, nothing to aspire to, and I don't blame them, honestly. I watched HGC every weekend to try and learn new strats and figure out new ways to climb the ladder. I mean, when I first started watching, I was in Silver 1, just some basic scrub bitch, trying to grind my way out, and through many hours put in just watching the games and figuring things out for myself, I finally climbed to Diamond last season, so that was pretty good. 2018 was a good year for that, and I was pretty proud, and I was relieved, and I was able to accomplish that feat. You know, I know a lot of people are like, oh, well, you're just in Diamond, that's no big deal, but, you know, it's a pretty big deal for me, because I've never been decent at these kind of games, so. But 2018 brought us greatness. It also, while it brought us greatness, it also brought our biggest heart-wrenching loss in the competitive scene, of course. Hopefully in 2019, the pulling of devs from the HotS team doesn't really affect the content too much. So I imagine we won't really see a content lapse until about late summer, so about 6-7 months into the year. But that's enough about 2018. Let's get into some hero predictions and rework predictions and possible map reworks as well. So for our 2019 hero predictions, we are going to go by the game. I'm going to give you guys a couple of heroes I think would go into the Nexus. and I'm just going to give a brief overview of what their role would be. I'm not going to go into like talents and all that stuff. That's for later. That's later stuff. But so for the Warcraft universe, I have Anduin Wrynn, and he would be a healer. I think Anduin Wrynn is a very popular character, especially with Battle for Azeroth. It highlights, the Alliance as one of the main selling features of the game. So, who's the leader of the Alliance? It's Anduin Wrynn. And, his dad's in the game. It would be cool interactions and stuff. So, number 2, I have Bane / Karen Bloodhoof. And they would be a bruiser or tank. We only have one Tauren. Bane is alive. He's the son of Karen. So, either one honestly would work. It just depends on whichever one they want to roll with, depending on how they want Warcraft to go. I mean, they could do something with Bane, so they could put him in the game as a promotion thing. I don't know. We'll see. And the third one, I think, is going to be really cool. Cenarius, the druid aspect. He would be a support hero. Not a healer, but a support, because he would coincide with the new role change. And I think that could be pretty cool to have another druid in the game, especially Malfurion's teacher and Illidan's for a while, I guess. That would be more cool interactions. So moving forward, we're going to go to the Starcraft universe. Now keep in mind, I don't really know a whole lot about these Starcraft characters, so bear with me, alright? I haven't played Starcraft 2 in a long time. I actually might do a playthrough of that. That sounds kind of good. So, one hero I have for Starcraft is Rohana, the Grand Preserver of the Vallari. So I think she would be a cool support hero since she supported Artanis. So, from at least the little clips and stuff I saw when I was looking for people. Number 2, I have Talendar, who would be a bruiser / tank. He seemed like a pretty cool kind of guy. He could get some cool interactions with Artanis and the Phoenix as well. And number 3, I have Mengsk. I don't really know what he would do. I know that he's been pretty... He was requested back when they were doing the White Mane reveal. So I know I saw people asking for Mengsk, and I'm like, I don't even know what he would do. He's just kind of there. So now for Diablo, I had already written this list, and then they dropped that bombshell of Imperius fucking coming to HotS. So I was correct. My number 1 is Imperius. He's confirmed, and I think he's going to be a bruiser / melee assassin since, he's the Angel of War. So, why not? And number 2, another highly requested hero, Baal, Lord of Destruction. I think he would be some sort of mage, like a mobile mage, like a battle mage kind of thing. That could be pretty cool. And those are the only 2 I have for Diablo. I couldn't think of anything. Maybe another role like the Druid or the Paladin or something from Diablo 2. That could be cool. I don't know what they would do per se, but... So for Overwatch, this is what I'm actually really excited about. Number 1, Reinhardt. Reinhardt, it would be the perfect tank for HotS. There's no one like him. Overwatch doesn't have a tank. And he's a fan favorite. I mean, come on. And we can get a sweet Reinhardt announcer. That'd be pretty great. I'd have to have a hard time deciding between that and Kevin though. So number 2, we have Zenyatta, and he would just be your healer. Stukov does similar things like him, but I think that Zenyatta is unique enough in the fact that he can do his own thing and be separate from Stukov. Granted, they both have healing balls and death balls, but there you go. And number 3, I think Brigitta would be a really good addition to Heroes of the Storm in the form of a support. Because once the new role changes drop, there's like 3 supports or 4 supports or something. Not really a whole lot to choose from, and if they add like Brigitta and Cenarius in there, I think that'd be pretty cool. Brigitta provides shields, armor, crowd control. So she fits the category of support. And here's the twist game. We have Hearthstone. And people are going to be like, well, Hearthstone's actually just part of the Warcraft universe. And you're right. But there are Hearthstone exclusive characters. like the Innkeeper. He could be a mage, and he uses like a deck, and the deck is like random cards, kind of like how like Twisted Fate would kind of work in League of Legends, but like he has like 5 or 6 cards that you can shuffle through a deck, and you use the cards to throw at just different things. And like his ult could be like he summons Deathwing or something. That'd be pretty cool, like in a card form. That'd be pretty cool. I'm actually kind of pumped for that. Can we get the Innkeeper, please? That'd be great. And number 2, how about Morgul, right? Let's get more Murlocs into the Nexus. He'd be a ranged, like, assassin shamany Murloc. I think that would be really fun. Just the interactions between him and Murky. God, that'd be something else, right? So those are all the heroes I think that have a chance to come to HotS this year. And granted, you know, not all of them will, and there will be some that, you know, are on the list or not on the list. So, like Blackthorn or something, some random rock and roll racers. But we're gonna move forward. Hero reworks I think that are gonna happen this year. I think Illidan needs a rework. Illidan, I've played him recently, and he just doesn't feel good. Like, I know I'm personally not, I've never been good with Illidan, but I don't know. He just doesn't feel like a demon hunter. He feels like a gimped rogue. Like, pretty, I just don't like him, personally. Another hero that they could rework is Tassadar. I know a lot of people have been pushing for a Tassadar rework ever since he's kind of fallen out of the meta. Him and Tracer both, because, you know, one's not good without the other. So if they give Tassadar like a pretty good rework where they could turn him into from like a support to like a super support, or either like a battle mage or something, that would be pretty cool. I don't think they're going to turn him into a battle mage, but, you know, we can dream. Another hero on the list here that we have is Ragnaros. I think Ragnaros could get a pretty good, not necessarily a rework. His kit is fine, but his talents could get changed and buffed and stuff, and he could get an increase to his health pool, since I think he's, I forget if he's considered a melee assassin now or if he's considered a bruiser, but Ragnaros just needs some help. I mean, he's just like a giant fire god, but he's like paper mache, so I don't know. And then, you know, they could finally give him a new skin too, so everyone could stop complaining. The other hero I think that they could rework is Chen. I know what you're thinking, you know, why Chen? Because he's already been reworked and you love Chen. I do love Chen, but they could give him more beer drinking abilities, and that would be pretty cool. I'd like that. Maybe give him a whiskey barrel. God. Man, I want whiskey Chen. But the last heroes I have on the list here are the various other specialists who will be buffed / reworked / nerfed to fit into their new roles, such as the Lost Vikings as support, and Probius as a ranged assassin, and Gazwo as a melee assassin. They'll probably get some sort of buffs or something to help them in their new roles. But last but not least, we have maps. We have, I think Blackheart's Bay needs a rework pretty bad, because you get snowballed on that map so hard if you're losing. It's very punishing if you don't get the coins, or you die early, or a bunch of other crap. I don't know how they would rework it. I'd have to sit down and look at it again. But they could also rework the Haunted Mines, which they've taken out of the rotation again and put into the, I guess, the salvage bin, where they're going to try to figure it out again. Because, I mean, Haunted Mines hasn't been fun for a while. Just because it's like, hey, you know, why do the objective when you can just push? And the objective doesn't do anything. The last map I have on here is a possible rework of Warhead Junction. And not necessarily in the fact that the map needs to be reworked. I think it just needs to be shrunken down a little bit, and probably less nukes at the beginning to make it more like a team brawl fest instead of a, we got random people going everywhere to try to get a nuke. So I think that could help. I think that could help a lot. But yeah, 2018 was, it was okay, for HotS at least, it was okay. We got a good amount of heroes. We got a map. We got a bunch of reworks. The only bad part, honestly, was the loss of the pro scene, but that happens. So what can you do? If you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like, comment what you think is coming in 2019, whether it be heroes or reworks or maps or any of that stuff. And just remember, my name is Thurblife, and I will see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day, and Happy New Year. Bye-bye.